Welcome everybody to another episode of Sold! Exclamation point. We had a lot of items sell in the last day and a half. I'll be showing you a little over 300. I have a few things to talk about, so it might be a little longer video than I normally do, but maybe not. So we'll find out together, shall we? I'm going to get right into it. First up, this is a great, and I believe this is a Lee Sport. Yep, this is a Lee Sport embroidered Detroit Red Wings crew neck. This is a series. You'll see a lot of these with, I believe, all four sports. Red Wings went for 22, so you're going to get between 20, 25, maybe 30 if you find a Hornets or a Sharks. Next up is a T-Furry. Now T-Furry, let me show you the label. So they sort of do, I don't know, like mashups and different fan-fueled designs. They don't sell for a lot. They sell between $10 to $20 shipped, but they sell, and they sell real well. So as long as you're into them for 2 to 3, I would pick them up, and I do believe this will be a brand that will be collected, and I believe they're probably being collected now, but I think they'll be collected in the future. People will be looking for T-Furry t-shirts in 10 years, 15 years. I'm not really sure how well the company is doing or if they'll stay in business, but they put out a lot of product, and I think they have a good following, and I think they'll continue to have a good following. Next up is an item that we had in our consign video. I talked about high schools in higher income areas. This was a unique piece. So again, if you find high school stuff and a unique piece and the price is right, go ahead and pick it up. They do sell. I wouldn't be picking up just t-shirts that have the high school's name on it. That's a cool piece. That's a vintage piece. It's all sewn. Make sure there's something unique about the item before you risk such a small market as a school with 1,200 students. Next up, and we'll talk about this because I think this is the first one I've sold in my videos. This is a Minnesota Gophers sweatshirt. A good amount of cracking and graphic loss. However, this is and it's going to be a tag video. This is a vintage champion reverse weave. And so that's the tag you want to look for. These reverse weaves do very well. The sweatshirt itself is in good condition. The graphic is just a little choppy. Oh, by the way, the Edina sweatshirt sold for $30. This Gophers sold for $28. So even though the graphics was in a little less condition, I got a little more for it than I would if it was a Lee Sport or another brand that wasn't Galt Sand or Champion Reverse Weave. So now we've learned about 2 sweatshirt brands to look for: Champion Reverse Weave and this tag. If you see a reverse weave with a larger tag, maybe about that big, that's a newer one. They still sell, but they're not going to sell for as much. And Galt Sand, Galtsand, which I believe are the best sweatshirts ever made. Next up, we got a Kirby Puckett sweatshirt. Really cool. I believe it's dated 1996, so it's good, solid, 20 plus years old. 30 for this guy. Just cool sweatshirt. That's something you really want to look for. Just popular players over 20 years old. That's an instant buy. Next we got a USA softball hat. Pretty cool. Got a back script on it. Got Coca-Cola logo on the side. 22 on the softball. Next, I think we're going to do pennants. We sold 3 pennants. I guess we'll do one at a time. So First up is the Alonzo Mourning Pennant. This one's got heavy creasing. No pin, a little bit of pinholes, a little bit of staining on the tip. Still will display real well. I sold it for super cheap, $13 shipped. I charged $8 for shipping alone, so the price was real down on this. But these caricature pennants sell very well. They're fun. I love them myself. They're one of my favorite pennants of the caricature for players. Next up is the New York Mets. This one's in really nice condition, but a very common design in the 90s. I think I had 4 or 5 of these when I was a kid. This design in different teams. 11 for the Mets. So even though it's in good condition, it's a very common design. You're not going to get a whole lot. Then we got this guy, a vertical Colorado Avalanche. Again, heavily creased, but a better design. 14 for the Avalanche. All right, next up. This was a client submission. I don't really sell NASCAR, but I do sell things when there's a lot of them, a lot of variations. I made a multi-listing for these 2 cars. Now these cars are, I'm not sure exactly, but they either come with the program at a NASCAR race or something you can buy as an add-on to the program. From what I found doing the research for this listing, they're worth $5 to maybe $15 a piece, depending on how rare the race was. I put the listing up maybe Wednesday. I've had a couple sales. My client has 70 of them, 70 different ones. So if you see a bunch of them sell, then that'll tell you about the sell-through rate. Yeah, if I sell these 2 and you don't see me show them again, then sell-through rate pretty low. So we'll find out together. We'll learn together on that one. Not area that I have particular expertise in. Next up, another media guide, $10 shipped. Again, media guides at low sell-through rate. Minnesota Twins program with a pocket on the cover. Pretty common book. 10 shipped for that. And a NASCAR program, 10 shipped for that. I probably, I won't really make much money on this at all. This might be over £1, and if it is, the amount we'll make on that is very little after shipping, since it will have to go in a flat rate padded mailer. Let's see what else we got. We did that. Okay, so what we have left is, I'm going to do that one last. So next we got 3 lots that sold in the Smoky collection. First up is a 3-card lot of top pro debut autographs. Best one in this one is Tony Segrini. This trio went for 16. Marcus Stroman, Topps Heritage Miners. That went for 8. I am running a sale right now, 15% off. So my quote-unquote common autographs will be selling for 8 shipped. And then we had a 15 card sale out of the Smoky collection. These are all 2002 top total. Almost guaranteed that the person who bought this is doing the set. So this person is probably extremely happy, and when he gets it, he's going to be very happy to find a nice 15 card lot for a relatively large set that he needs to build. Best ones are Morgan Iceberg. He was a great fantasy player for 2-3 years. And James Harden, and I can never remember the name he always goes by. I always remember his original name for some reason. The rest are relatively common players. See if anybody has a particularly nice signature. So, nice 15 card lot. We got 51 for that lot. And last up, and a little tip for you guys. So I sold a Andrew McCutchen purple refractor out of Topps high number Heritage. The reason why I want to talk about this is not because of what I sold it for. Well, or maybe it is because of what I sold it for. I got $6 for this. This is probably a $2 card at a card show. Now that's with shipping, so I'm probably going to end up with about $2. The reason why I want to talk about it is I started doing whenever I broke a box of cards. So I opened 2 boxes of Topps Heritage High Number. It's one of my favorite products. And what I'm doing now is I'm making a multi-listing on eBay with just what I got out of 1 or 2 boxes. And then if I open another one, I'll just add to the listing. I have sold quite a few cards that if you listed it by itself for $6, it would not have sold. I don't know why. I don't know why single cards sell for more. I don't really understand that. So this was priced at $2. I charged $3.99 shipping for unlimited singles. Why this sold instead of another listing where it was probably cheaper, I don't understand that. However, I made a lot of multi-item sales out of those listings. So I'll get 3, 4, 5 cards out of that multi-listing sale. And the nice thing about multi or variation listings is eBay only charges you for one listing up to 250 variations within that listing. Do not put 250 variations in a variation listing. I have done so, and it gets so large that at times it gets a little hard to get in to revise the listing. So keep it at about 150 max, maybe 200. And what I would do is just make sure that the category makes sense. So this was just, I believe the title of this is 2018 Heritage High Number Base Insert Refractor Auto, because I had all those things in there. Your first picture should be a picture of, I use 4 cards, but you could use 10 or 12, or I would use at least 4. 4 is probably the minimum. 4 different kinds of cards you might see in that listing to pique the interest. And then you want to do an individual photo of each card. Don't use the stock image. You're just inviting people to buy and say, oh no, this, you have autograph in the listing title and use the stock image. I thought I was gonna get a purple Andrew McCutchen autograph because auto was in the listing, and you're using a stock image. Customers will play those games with you, even though a purple McCutchen auto probably doesn't even exist in the set, but they will play those games to try to get free cards from you. So if you're going to go the multi-listing route, make sure to take an individual picture of each listing that you have. And it's okay to put quantity. So if you put 3 for quantity, that's fine. But make sure that the card you're sending when they're buying is the card that's photoed when they go to select it from the drop-down. I hope that helps. I hope we can make some more smaller sales and maybe get some money back on a bad bust. Thanks for watching. I'll try and be back tomorrow right before I ship. Have a great day.